Alright, well today was a normal day for me. I woke up, made some coffee, let the dog out, played a little music, got depressed, you know, normal things that happen on a daily basis. And then I opened my email and was greeted with this. Hi SpinoDude, I am emailing you regarding a proposition I have for you. I have recently acquired an island inside of Germany, the country. I am begging you, massive space, to help me put together a park. A Jurassic Park. I have many interested investors that would like to see this dream realized and have offered me unlimited money to do this. That's very impressive, I must say. You may be asking yourself, but why SpinoDude reviews? Why Debid? Well, I'll tell you why. My benefactors watch a lot of the tube and have become impressed by your wide knowledge of prehistoric species such as the parasite, for example. They are not well versed in dinosaurs, and I assure you cannot pronounce the hard dinosaur names. But when they learned of the duck-booked dragon, well, we knew we had our guy. Simple plan, you must be thinking, but stop, it is never that simple. I've been instructed to direct this park's construction in a different way. Every so often, at various intervals, you will receive new instructions from myself based on the requests of my investors. Your first instructions will arrive shortly. I look forward to your work. P.S. I'm sure you're thinking, wow, what an opportunity, I cannot pass this up. And I understand this thinking, but my backers ask that I provide insurance of some kind, so I have kidnapped Jeff Goldblum to ensure your cooperation. I'm sure you'll understand. No, Jeff! Jeff, no! I'll free you, my friend! Thank you, signed, David. Well, my friends, I say we get to work. The life of Jeff Goldblum is at stake here. Alright, so this is the island that I am going to have to work with. I can work with this. And then I received the second email. David, hi, this is me again. Hello. Today I have your first mission statement that I know you have been desiring. It is time. For your first mission, I ask that you look at the space I have given you to work with and provide our guests with a space to acquaint themselves with the park. You may call it a center, or a plaza, or a zoo main area space with features and things. I'm definitely going with that. I hope you understand. I need you to make the people happy. The guests! We also have a very special surprise for you, David. You may know him as the big fella, or more considerably, our scientists have gotten a hold of someone very dear to your heart. Oh no. Yes, that is right, Spinus. It is the Dang's Fish, as well as him family. A center of the park as well as a home for the fish of Dang. I believe in you, David. Complete this and I will allow Jeff to see sunlight for one afternoon. He grows tired. No, my boy Jeff! I will fight for the vitamin D you require. Thank you. Kisses. Spinosaurus Dude Reviews. I love the automatic replies on Gmail. You are so sweet. Thank you for letting Jeff have a couple minutes of daylight. Well, let's get to work, shall we? I began by terraforming the environment a little bit. I found this nice little nook on top of a little like cliffy area near the river. And I was like, this is a perfect place for Dang's Fish. And what would be better than just Dang's Fish himself? Well, let me try my artistic hand at some path art, I said. And I tried to draw Dang's Fish, and it didn't work, so I deleted it. But then I tried again, but with just a more realistic and kind of simplistic silhouette of the animal Dang's Fish. And I am really happy with how this came out. This is my favorite part of the entire build, I think, spoiler alert. It's simple, but I never tried to do anything interesting with paths, and this is something I'm really proud of for starting this park build. And I filled in the outline with the luxurious path because it kind of has a square-like texture that looks almost like fish scales, as you can see here. And I'm really happy with it. I left the inside blank. We're going to put something on the inside there later on in the video. But I think that looks great. And here I started raising the terrain because when I added the lagoon, I was originally going to add it just around the Dang's Fish on the ground, but I was like, no, I need to experiment more with height variation in my parks when I build in this game. So I started by trying to make the lagoon wall kind of height variation by making the wall kind of go around the path. This was more difficult than I anticipated. This took a little while, but I finally managed to get it snug up next to the path here at the perfect height off of the ground. And then, look at that. It just nestles right around the tail of the dunk there. I was very, very happy with how that came out. And now prepare for tremendous lag as I terraform and flatten the ground underneath the lagoon here. I don't know why the game does this, but when you're terraforming around lagoons, it's just like, nah, your computer is no more. Goodbye. The tip of the tail got covered there, but we're not going to see that very much anyway. So I just committed to it. I added another section here just to give them a little more space, and I'm happy I did because, my goodness, Dunkleosteus are picky in this game. And then I flattened out this ramp on the side because I realized if I wanted to add like some viewing galleries and such, and some crowd stands for the lagoon, I was going to need to build that in a flattened area right up to the lagoon. I couldn't build that in the area down near the dunk path that I made. So I made a little mountain area here. I never used the auto paint feature for the terrain in this game, but it actually works pretty well. And then I added the shark feeder there, and in just a second, I believe I am going to throw in, yes, there we go, the couple lagoon viewing stands that we're just gonna throw right in there on the sides at angles so the guests can see them eat the shark. And then I added on underwater the new lagoon viewing dome in the bigger section, and added the entrance down below in the path. So depending on where you are in the park, you can see the Dunkleosteus on both sides of the lagoon and get a different experience with both ways you get to see them. And I thought it fit nicely right under the fin in that nook there. Now I'm just doing a little bit of decor work with some of the individually placeable trees. And one update I would love to see for sandbox mode is let the people with the newer generation consoles and good PCs, please let them have all of the vegetation brushes from the other maps in sandbox mode. That would be awesome. Then I got this idea to put the entrance to the park on top of this cliff here. So I did that and sort of dragged out the terrain with the flatten tool and the smooth tool, and I wanted to make this kind of ramp coming down. And this was me just sort of throwing things on different elevations and problem solving with how to connect everything, doing some path work here, connecting the crowd stands together. But I just wanted to sort of commit to working with different elevations, which is probably my biggest thing that I need to get better at in this game, just to make my parks look more interesting. Also, pathways. So I'm happy that I committed to doing that with this park right off the bat. And here we have some thermal vents that I am throwing down around the lagoon here. I kind of overcommitted and added a ton of them at first, but I ended up deleting all of these, which I'll show later when I do the walk around tour. And doing something different, just adding some more decorations, some tables. I love these new wall pieces from the JP30 update with the Spinosaurus skeleton in it, so good. A lagoon stand for the underwater observatory tunnel, and now we are going to pick our skins for our Dunkleosteus. Now obviously we're doing Dang's fish, so you needed the blank red one, of course, but I wanted to pick some different skin tones that were similar to that base red skin, and some patterns that were kind of muted and similar to each other to go on top, just so we could have some individual variation between them. Now we have 4 Dunkleosteus that ended up getting released into this lagoon, one of them being Dang's fish, which we'll see me naming right here, of course. And I favorited him, of course. And then the rest of them, there are 3 more, so if you guys have names for 3 more Dunkleosteus, leave them down below, and I will name them in the next episode. Also, random video interjection. I have memberships now on the channel, so if you're interested in having your name put within all of my videos in the future, that kind of thing, or any other little perks that I have available, do check that out. Link is in the description, or check out the big join button next to my channel name. But here I'm doing some path work here, just filling out the pathway. I think this area is a little bit basic, but I kind of spruce it up with a lot of decorations, and I also try to put some buildings like this restroom in the midst of the path, just to make it look a little more interesting. Adding a couple of hotels here, because I figure people will get off of the helicopter after their long journey to the island, and they'll want a place to rest. And we're checking in with the dunks here, which look beautiful, of course. I love this design in the game. They look so, so good. Look at them all go. These guys are picky. They have 5 whole lagoon sections, and they are at a good social. Of course, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Here is a Dunkin' Donuts I added. No, wait. Go back to that. Go back to that. Freeze frame on that, editor. Freeze frame on that Dunkin' Donuts. Look at that Dunkin' Donuts. It's beautiful. I made that. Yes. Beautiful colors. Nice job, me. Dunkin' Donuts, because Dunkleosteus. I'm way too proud that I thought to do that. Okay, now that I'm done appreciating myself and my intellect, let's move on. But anyway, The Dunkleosteus are very picky in this game. I have 5 whole lagoon sections and they're still only at 99% max comfort, which is very strange. Now I'm just doing some general decor work around the pathway and adding some more picnic tables, that kind of thing. I don't know why we don't have like benches or just decorative vending machines, stuff like that. And more skeletons, more statues. I want more stuff like that in the game. It's just needed. They've done so good adding more of that, but I feel like we could do like every update just adds a few more things, which would be awesome. Adding another nook here near the bathroom with some tables and chairs and stuff, and some decorations and some lights. This is an area where I really would love to add like some vending machines or a little gift stand or something. And I kind of committed this game. This game's scale is kind of deceiving compared to stuff like Planet Zoo and Zoo Tycoon, and I always make things bigger than I should because everything's really small. But we made it work here for this initial starting area. And here's a gift shop I started, I put down, which I'm naming Dang's Fishy Gifts. It's an action figure shop, adding some colors to it, some custom signage and everything. Yeah, I'm really trying to customize everything in this park. This is my first, like, park that I'm trying to go like full detail on and everything, and try my absolute best to make it look cool. And if you guys have any building tips or suggestions, let me know down below. Here I recolored all the lights to white, but as you'll see later, except for this entrance here, I thought it would look cool with some red and orange lights. But later on, you'll be able to see that I recolored some more of the lights and everything just to make it look a bit more interesting. Here in the belly of the Dunkleosteus path art, I am adding some more just eat food facilities, that kind of thing, and restroom. And this one I made into a waffle house, which I believe I'm gonna name, yes, Dunkle's, not Raffle, Dunkle's Waffle House. There we go. And the one next to it is a drink place I'm naming Dang's Root Beer, or Root Bear. Dang's Root Beer, no, Root Beer. And here I am adding some concrete walls. Some more decorative walls would be something that would be awesome for this game, just to use outside of enclosures, even if they weren't enclosure suitable at all, please. But I'm just doing that and adding some vegetation to cover up the sort of maintenance areas, the staff areas behind the restaurants there and everything, to keep the illusion of the park intact a bit. More vegetation placement. I'm trying to use more individually placeable stuff instead of just the brushes, because I can make things look more lush like that. And now it's just the touch-up work. I'm pretty much done with my initial recording here that I was doing. I added this pit area to sort of encourage me for whatever my mysterious manager for this park, whenever they give me their next prompt for building, I want to do something kind of sloping downwards to add more height variation to the park. But there we go! And now let's jump in and let's do a little walk around in live time. Alright guys, here we are in live time to look at the park. I did some English. I did some off-camera work here. I did some off-camera mining, guys. I have like 500 stacks of diamonds, don't question it. But here we are in first-person mode. We're just going to walk through. I removed some of the lights here because it seemed a little too much, and I added some more vegetation and rocks and stuff at the general entrance just because it felt good. And then I did something different here. I lined the whole path with these tiny Mediterranean rocks. And I think this looks pretty cool overall. We have this little nook over here with a restroom once you get off, and of course there's the sign. Man, these decorations are so much bigger once you actually get into the game and get on the ground. That's what I'm saying, man. The scale in this game is so deceiving. And as we move along here, we've got an emergency shelter, which I'm also imagining is like maybe like a visitor center-y or something. I don't know. No photography. Children must be supervised at all time. Wonderful. Okay. Keep clear fire exit. I've never actually read those before. That's cool that they have that much detail. But this building looks nice enough, the Jurassic World era bunker, to where I could imagine it's like a kind of like, you know, visitor center thing or something. Then we have the lagoon. Obviously people can't see in the lagoon from here. I did the phone. Shut up. No, phone! No! Stop it, stop it, stop it right now. No! So I recolored these lights here to blue around the lagoon. I thought I'd just add a different vibe. And, you know, for a more or so basic-y looking path design for this general guest area. I like the way it looks with all the decor work that I did. I did all of this stuff like off camera, just some general polish work. Here's the Dunkin' Donuts over here. I really like the way the DNA fountain looks with the pink lighting there, the magenta lighting. We've got our hotels, we've got Dang's Fishy Gifts here. And then this little area I actually really like, sort of funneling people into the first thing here. But you can see one of the donkeys there with the shark feeder. Now, for some reason, the AI was glitching out for them eating from the shark feeder, so I had to disable their starvation meter and everything. Am I stuck? Oh no, we're good. There we go. I had to disable their eating and feeding needs. Their feeding needs for now because they kept getting stuck on the shark feeder. I don't know if it was all the decorations I had in there or something. But here we go, another shelter over here. Could be seen as another like visitor center kind of thing. Bathroom there. And then we've just got this really cool, the walls here, which I fleshed out with some vegetation behind to make it feel enclosed. Then we've got the other lagoon stand on this side so you can watch the show. And now we're gonna run all the way back to the other side. Oh, look at the helicopter up there. That's cool. And we're gonna go down the ramp which curls around the side of the lagoon, of course. Yes, right here. So more Mediterranean rocks just going along the outside of the path makes it feel more enclosed, sort of funneling people into the area they should be. And I redid this area around here, just playing with height for the areas around the paths. And now we're on the Dunkleosteus path art, which I kind of like if you're flying into the park, you can see it and you can tell it's Dunkleosteus, but from down here you can't really see it. My only problem is the scale of this was hard to flesh out with decorations, and while also still being able to tell that it's Dunkleosteus. I added the Spinosaurus skeleton, because why not? Just a little something. Some rocks, yeah, basic stuff around the outside of the path, just for a little bit of decor for now. Haven't done anything over here quite yet. I'll actually go this way instead because that's kind of boring over there. But yeah, this area here I think looks pretty nice overall. We've got some more tables and chairs, some walls for people to sit down. We have Dang's Root Beer here, and we've got the Dunkel's Waffle House there, and another bathroom. And we'll go in there at the last. But now we're on the tail of the path art here, and I kind of just added a bit of pathway here just to suggest, you know, where the rest of the park is going to go. But if you go to the tip of the tail, there's nothing over here really yet. At least I just put a Jurassic Park stone rock sculpture there. If you really want to do that. But anyway, if we enter this is the big change I made compared to just general detailing. I completely changed all of this around from the vents, the thermal vents, there we go, and went for more of like all of these craggy rocks with sort of this ominous green glow to it, especially around the viewing dome alone. Can we see any of the dunks from here? Hello? There's one. Oh, it looks so cool. It looks so cool, looks so cool, looks so cool, looks so cool. But yeah, you can see everything there. The shark feeder is over in that direction. I think it looks cool and kind of ominous and, you know, glowy with that, but that's pretty much it. We'll exit that. We'll go into regular view now so you can get just an overview of how everything looks from over here. And did I set the settings right? Hold on, gameplay. Environment. Oh, it is just stuck on nighttime. I'll show it during daytime as well quickly. We'll apply that. So here it is during the daytime. I'm happy with how fleshed out it's looking overall. There's the dunk path art there. Might do something different with this general area here. Maybe I'll cut out like a chunk in here and put like a shop or something, because that feels a little bit bare, especially when you're on the ground. But overall, everything else feels pretty immersive and pretty well detailed from everywhere else. And here's Dang's fish here. What's he gonna do? Oh, he was just socializing. But there's Dang's fish, and from down here as well you can see all of the rocks that I put in to make it look really craggy, and I kind of dispersed them over here a bit, so they seemed really thick, like around the base of the observatory. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with the entrance to this for my first big park build, and If you guys have any suggestions for like themes for enclosures or different things that I could try doing, let me know down below. Otherwise, I'm going to wait for my orders from my mysterious email manager on what to build next in this series. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know names you have for these other 3 Dunkleosteus down below besides Dang's Fish here. And I will catch you in the next episode. So take care and bye-bye.